Bugonia. Here we go.
The song?
Is there
Here
a
we
song?
go now?
No,
We're
like Bugonia.
Begonia, a song
Is it
called
like an
Begonia?
old song you're thinking of? Like an older?
I don't know. I think
Ask
so.
chat. Chat with
I
you.
don't know.
Yeah.
All
Anyway.
right.
Internet's now.
Wakaboosh.
Go on. My ears hurt.
Anywho, welcome everybody to another episode of Midnight.
He's new at this.
Wait,
Just keep
Can
going.
we just start over?
He's new
No.
at this.
Oh no. Okay. Midnight Movie Distillery. I am one of your hosts, Logan Lynch.
I'm another one of your hosts, Warwick Price.
And I'm another one. Oh, sorry. And I'm another one of your hosts, Lon Black. So I thought we were
Give him an
doing a
awesome.
thing.
No, so I'm getting like he was ill the last time, which is why we had those kind of weird videos, which actually I think worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
It never zoomed in on yours though. Did you notice when you talked, it didn't do? You weren't full frame. He was and I was when we talked, but when you did it, you didn't go full
I'll have
frame
to work that out because I think it's because I was the one
because you hosted.
controlling it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, no
work
big
that
deal.
out.
I mean, I was cool with it.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, so this last couple of weeks I got a little bit sick, so a little bit of a cough still going on, but I feel fine. But just if I cough to the side, apologies.
cough to that side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
That's it. Can't wait for that.
Anyway, so we are going to be reviewing Bugonia, the movie with Emma Stone and other people who I can't remember.
Just wellness.
We're going on 2 weeks.
Anyway, yes. But anyway, but before we do the movie review, what haven't we been able to do for weeks and weeks and weeks?
I'm so excited.
Go
Get
for
to
it.
drink.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm here for.
So, I know because we had these movies lined up, planned for a while, and I bought the liquor for them a while back.
Okay.
So, it took me a while to go through going, what did I buy? What is that?
Because you have so many bottles in your bar.
I have so many bottles. You guys got to come over to my house so I
I
can drink some of them. Okay. Bugonia, without getting into it or spoilers, was a little weird. So I've got a
did say
very weird. I keep looking at it. I know because it's a whiskey finished in cider casks
Oh,
Interesting.
from Virginia, no
from
less.
Virginia,
Hmm.
Virginia Distillery.
Huh.
Literally, that's the name of it. It's
46%
Virginia
ABV.
Distillery.
All
Real
right.
original. But it is a whiskey. Doesn't it look kind of light?
Yeah.
Sort of
Urine?
apple. Okay.
Urine.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll go
you're
urine. I was
wrong.
going to say appley, but that's cool too. So, given.
Ex-bourbon barrels.
Yep. Yeah. So that's the other thing too. Is it's not a bourbon. It is a whiskey.
It's a single malt.
Single malt whiskeys. So we're like, nice. So we're venturing into the Scotch world on that realm.
So are we expecting it to be sweet because of the
I
cider?
would imagine. I would imagine. So I could read some notes and see
Is that
what
a
it
twist
says
off?
about it. But
No, it's
no,
It
it's
just
a
was
cork.
the-
It's a cork.
Scared me.
But this is the other thing: premium cider barrels and Laird's apple brandy barrels.
Okay.
Laird's?
Laird's.
Laird's. Is it
Laird's.
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 Uh,
It's the Laird's.
So it's definitely, according to this, aromas of honeysuckle, baked apple, cinnamon, dance on the palate. We'll see how
Well,
much.
let's see
dancing
how
we
much
get.
they dance.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Ooh, that was a,
And
Jesus
nice
that
Christ!
was a tight one.
Oh my God! This is a cider.
Maybe I'll like it.
This is.
Oh
a
my God.
cider. That almost
Wow.
doesn't smell like whiskey. That
That's-
smells like
that's old.
cider.
Yeah, it smells like a wine.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So-
I'm curious.
But that would be interesting though if it, okay,
Oh wait, I guess we got to do this
Oh.
too. So you can see what we're talking about here, what we're dealing with.
yeah.
It's,
But it'll be interesting, so
Okay.
if it smells like cider but still has that taste of whiskey,
yeah, interesting.
Well,
How's
I
that
mean-
going to affect it?
I could be okay with that. I mean, I'm not skeptical at all. I'm curious. Sorry about that. The logo was blocking and I couldn't
Good.
see how much I was pouring. It's not your fault, but I'm like, I think that looks like enough whiskey. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, now I'm getting a little more
Yeah,
More whiskey?
I agree. I can definitely smell a little bit
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
more
okay, it's
whiskey
coming back.
to
But
it.
I still smell tons of apple.
Yeah, very, very.
Yeah.
So now,
Smells very sweet.
because what's his name?
Anyone?
Does this Irish whiskey, Conor
Conor
McGregor,
McGregor.
Oh, right.
does a version of his Irish whiskey.
Oh, with apple. Yeah, I remember we talked about that. Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be similar to that. I haven't had it, so.
Interesting. I'm a big fan of the light color though. Now that you said.
Well, you definitely don't taste any cider.
It is whiskey taste.
Yeah.
Apple
Yeah.
smell, whiskey taste. But no, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta get it.
Yeah,
Everybody will be.
yeah.
I took a big gulp on that one. I probably should go a
did
little
I.
bit
I did the same thing. I was like, I
Because it's like
really
apple
wanna-
juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
I gulped and it was like, okay, there's
Yeah.
a little burny. There's a little burn here. Hmm.
Two in.
So, I will say I didn't do much research on this particular one, but they do not pull any punches on any of this. Virginia Distillery Company, it's a single malt whiskey, which honestly I can taste that it's single malt.
Mhm.
It's very Scotch without the peat smoke,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And it is a single malt whiskey. Where was it saying before? Old World, you saw where, oh, there it is. Craft using 100% American malted barley, which is, again,
America.
very Scotch thing. Spring water, Blue Ridge Mountains. All of this could be just bullshit. And the reason I say that is we're going to have another episode where we unmask whiskey. Yeah. Not as flamboyantly gay as that, but we will introduce whiskey. But I mean, it was an experiment to me. Have a slip of whiskey that'll burn
Yeah,
off
there
any
you go.
infection
Kill
you got.
kill the bacteria.
Mm.
Mhm.
Can we rate it?
Yeah, I'm
should.
3 in.
I
I'm
got
3
one
in.
more to get in. 3, but
Are you guys 3 in?
I will be by the time. No, I already am. He's the slow one. I'm doing it single.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do
Yeah.
a double.
I'm doing the same.
After the last episodes where we were doing it and it was reversed, but it looked reversed to me, but it wasn't reversed to you, I had no idea which was up there.
But we did just.
I know we did
to make it
numbers,
easy.
right? I know, but
To make it easier.
all right. Has everybody got the numbers?
Yes.
1,
2,
3. Always got to be suspended.
Oh wow,
Okay,
we were
there
all
you go,
pretty,
there you go.
pretty much the same.
Mr. Lynch,
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 as well.
I gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
A little bit up on that one.
I surprised myself.
Why? You didn't think you'd give it a 3?
No, in other words, it's like I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
Oh, yeah. No, I was the same way. After the first smell, I got real scared.
Totally.
But it doesn't taste like it smells.
It's a very, very pleasant taste.
It is very nice. I also think part of that is too because they put it in brandy casks. That brandy mellows it off, smooths it out,
I
adds
think
a little
so.
sweetness.
And to me, the only reason I wouldn't give it more than the 3 was just the fact that every time I smell it, though, I still smell the cider part.
You do, but I don't think that's bad necessarily because it has a little bit of an apple in there, a little bit of an apple brightness. But
Not as much
But
as
that's
I was
good.
hoping for though.
Really?
see, I was going to say you wanted more because you like the sweet. I don't know. I think you've been going back against that lately. I don't think
Yeah,
you've been
no,
going sweet.
that's why I gave it a 3 because it's not. As long as I taste some apple in there, that's
Yeah.
why I was nervous. Is that you just smell the apple.
Sorry. I just like
Apple, not asshole.
No, I just like as long as I could smell some apple. Like that's I just a little. Give me something.
Yeah, you can't. Well, in all honesty, though, I've had coffees where they're like, oh, it's Fig Newton or something like it's like this specific type of that you're like, oh, and then you smell the coffee and you smell it, and then you make the coffee and it has none of that flavor.
Right.
I'm
You're
with
like,
you
well,
on
what the hell? So that's what I was afraid of, is I
I'm
was going
with
to
you
get
on that.
apple smell, and then it tastes it, and there's no apple, and then you're just smelling it, and no,
I do taste apple, but I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, that's what's kind of scared
it's
me
a
off
hint,
was I
it's
was
not
thinking it was
overpowering.
going to be apple cider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, but I mean, I got it because it was a cider cask
Yeah.
finish, and I'm into the apple. I like ciders, but I didn't want a cider. I wanted a whiskey.
Are you Lonnie Appleseed then?
No. But I think
Shot that one down quick.
but I think to the point is it's like when we first smelled it out of the bottle,
Yeah.
it smelled. I could have.
It was like a champagne
it
or a
abs-
wine, like
Yeah, I mean,
just-
it totally could have been any kind of
Yeah.
cider
Yeah.
that you could think of. But like,
once you got it in the glass,
Yeah.
you could smell more.
And honestly
Yeah.
though, but think about that, because we always say like, really smelling out a bottle is useless because it smells
true.
better. You smell more when you're in the glass.
Well, we still do
Here, it was like, yeah, but this was like night and day difference
Yeah.
of smell out of the bottle versus the glass.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 'cause-
why did I smell so much cider out of the bottle?
But
That
that
is weird because you would think the alcohol would be
well, you just
further up, right? You know,
like
you
right,
would-
exactly. If you had that much smell from it, you'd think there'd be some hint of that.
Yeah, see it now. See, maybe you just weren't ready for it.
No, it still smells cidery, but not as much as
Interesting.
it did the first time.
Because I agree with what you said.
Yeah,
It's like when you smell it in the glass, I can still smell cider, but I definitely smell more of the normal kind of whiskey type smell that
Right.
you're used to.
And we've got to look at this too, that it is a single malt. It is not corn
Mm-hmm.
that there's no corn in here.
Right.
This is a single malt barley beverage
Mm-hmm.
with apple,
And it's funny because there's definitely heat there, but
Yeah,
it's
but not much.
Not much
Not
at all.
Almost
much
on
at
the
all.
first sip, I got the most heat, and then after that, I didn't.
Yeah, by the time you're
smell
like
stuff.
3 or 4 in, it's
Yeah, I don't-
you know,
Yep.
The heat's
much
almost
gone.
completely gone,
Yeah.
which is good. It opens up some
helpful.
flavor, but it is
Yeah.
pretty subtle overall. It does taste pretty light as far as that goes, but it's a whiskey, man. This ain't
Yeah.
bourbon. This is and it's not cider. This is a whiskey.
do they make other like Virginia Distillery? Do they make other just
They
general
do.
whiskeys?
So I
'Cause
did get this-
I haven't seen that logo before.
I did get this from Benny's, and boy, I'm glad you mentioned that because I got to pull up the price too because I forgot
Yeah,
about the price
it's
because I bought them so long ago. But they had about 3 of them or 4 of them at Benny's,
Okay.
and the cider is what did it. Because honestly, this is the world's most bland label,
Yes, it is.
right? It's very basic, very boring.
Well, almost to what you were saying before, like that could be a wine bottle.
Yes,
It
yes.
has that same kind of like.
It looks
it's a
like a
white
wine bottle.
wine, obviously a little bit dark for a white wine, but
Yep.
you know, it's a very winey kind of bottle.
I agree.
We're just making up words here.
I know. Burning wine.
Burning.
Okay, so
Mhm.
price.
Guess
What are we
that.
thinking?
Uh,
Can you guys see?
$45.
Ooh,
$45.
I was gonna go 49.
See, I was gonna go 49, but then I'm like,
Lon got it on sale.
yeah, I don't know that Lon would have bought it if it was $50.
He's thrifty.
I normally I did not get this on sale.
Okay.
What are the prices?
45, 49.95.
Okay, because there's a reason I didn't have to buy it on sale. It's only $39.
Oh,
99.
okay.
So it is super entry level
Yep.
whiskey, but it's a whiskey.
It's very pleasant.
It's very pleasant, especially for that, and it's unusual. It's weird.
I think it's kind of funny because it's like, you know, so if you're a distillery and maybe in Virginia these are everywhere and they sell tons of them.
Quite possible.
But it's like it's funny. You try and work out what your market is. Do you try and go for low volume, higher price?
Sure.
Or are you just trying to put your name out there and putting it out at a cheap price or cheaper price? But to me, like for a $40 bottle, that's
It's worth the $40. for sure.
absolutely.
For sure. And it is 93 proof, so it's not like it's a lightweight. It's not like it's under 80 proof or even 85 proof. This is a decent proof, but you don't notice it as much, to me.
Yeah,
Now, I do want to try
they're marketing people. Yeah, back to the wine thing again. It's like just that whole label, the way they have the hills down there. Like those could be
Other California vineyards.
yes.
Yeah.
I got something for you guys to try.
Okay.
So get some in your mouth and then
Spit it out.
don't choke on it. No. Breathe in some air with that. Like it'll
Okay.
burn more.
I'm English. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Try it. Put it in your mouth and then leave it on your tongue. Leave it in your mouth and
Whoa.
breathe
Okay.
some air. It burns more, but man, the
I was like,
flavor pops out.
Fuck me, that hurt.
Right? It burned a lot more, didn't it?
Yeah, that'll.
So you
That'll put some air
bring in
into
some
your
air
nose.
into the whole thing, but you also taste more of
And
this
it like
stuff.
stayed
Oh
hot
my God,
while you were
it
breathing.
did.
Okay, why did that happen?
Aeration. I am not a scientist. I don't play one on TV. I'm guessing
Stay on
because they do
Holiday
this
Inn
with
Express.
wines, and I don't do it with wines because I'm not, because I'm straight. But but I figured I wanted to try it with this because it was light going in, going down. I thought, well, what if I kind of aerated in this? I did not expect the burn to happen.
Wow, that
So what if you used a frother on this thing?
Well, this is a thing. People have been doing that now. I think it's the dumbest thing in the fucking world.
I'm putting air in.
But people are doing it to put air into it. They're also
Yeah.
putting it through those bubbling machines that
Right.
add
Oh,
bubbles into
God,
it
no.
to carbonate your whiskey.
Why?
Why? But we just did a little experiment, and
That got hot.
it got hot and it got stronger.
Yeah. Yes.
But
So-
okay, so to me though, it's like I
know.
don't want the heat.
No. But it also opened up flavor. I wasn't doing it to try to get heat. I was trying to get some more flavor out of it. The heat was a byproduct that I did not like.
You're
But-
right. You're right. And it's so funny, and it's like I can.
Mm.
Yeah,
What's this
I have
taste like?
a stronger taste. What was was it cognac? You said was the other?
Brandy.
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 Yeah.
Apple brandy, of course.
Yeah.
I believe cider brandy. Apple brandy. Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised. Let's see, apple brandy, but Laird's apple brandy, so another
Laird's.
brand apparently.
Laird's.
But in cider casks, and then the apple brandy barrels.
Well,
So-
this
so
was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I liked it.
That leads
I liked it.
into
I will be having more.
possible another pleasant surprise maybe with the next movie. maybe?
Let's talk about it. What are we
Movie.
watching today, Mr. Price?
We are watching Bugonia. Bugonia, which is the 2025 movie with Emma Stone, directed by, I can never pronounce his name, Logos Lanthimos?
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yorgos?
Yorgos.
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 But Emma Stone and Jesse Plimpton. Synopsis is Jesse Plimpton is fucking crazy. And or is he? Is the whole point. And,
Okay, go ahead.
and he is under the impression that Emma Stone, who runs this huge cosmetic company, right? Or is it,
No, it was a healthcare.
Yeah,
It was a
healthcare.
healthcare company.
The whole mother.
oh, that's right.
Healthcare.
Healthcare company is an alien.
Could have been pharmaceutical. Maybe it's pharmaceutical.
Maybe
I think it's
pharmaceutical.
pharmaceutical.
Is an alien, and there's a mothership waiting to come down, and so he has to kidnap her and get her to stop the mothership. Anyway, so that's kind of the synopsis. Do we want to give it a
Let's
rating?
rate it.
Rating. Single digit again.
Same
Oh,
here.
single. I think I'm gonna go.
I'm
I think I'm
single.
gonna go 2 digits on this one. You guys all
Deuce.
going one?
I'm
You
going
did that last time and I did 2 digits, so
You
I
gotta
guess
be-
I'll
gotta
stick
be
with
the
that.
outlier.
Go.
1,
2.
3. Logan gives it
Okay.
a 3.
all right.
We are in sync today.
You guys are, you're all wishy-washy
I
too.
gave it a sync as well.
3's the number
You
you
gave it a 6.
I gave it a 3 as well.
3's the number you give it when you don't know what to give it. You guys
No,
are
no,
always in the
no.
middle of the
No.
road.
Or if it's the middle of the road.
Lon gave it a 4.1.
Wow.
So
okay.
can I talk first? Because,
Sure.
Because I
Sure,
would
since
say
you gave it the highest, I mean the lowest. I mean, oh yeah, go ahead.
so if I was rating it based on the first
Oh.
30 minutes,
Okay.
it probably would have got a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
I thought this was incredibly boring.
Okay.
Like I thought it was such a slow burn. I was like,
I won't disagree.
I just
Sort
didn't.
of like the Virginia.
I didn't know where the movie was going, and so I was like, oh, shit, this is not going to be good. And yeah, so anyway, but it got better. It got better. It was enjoyable towards the end, and we won't spoil it yet, but I'll let you guys talk.
Well, I'll, since I gave it the highest rating, I'll
Let's
start,
hear it.
and I dare you to disagree with anything I'm about to say.
Okay.
Dare accepted.
First of all, I'm not disagreeing with you. It started off very slowly. And not unexciting, right? Because he kidnaps her, and that was kind of exciting, the way she was fighting back and stuff like that. But you got it. He's crazy. She's a highfalutin, and his cousin is on the spectrum, and it's
A little bit
a
dense.
certain dynamic there, right? And you're like, okay. And that kind of went on a little bit longer than it probably should have.
Yes.
However, this is a masterclass acting by Emma Stone.
I agree.
And even, I'm going to go
Jesse
blank on his
Pinkman.
name, Jesse, right. He's phenomenal in this. The special guy, Aiden Delvis, Aiden Delvis, the guy who plays Don.
Yes. He's really a PhD, you know.
No, he's not. He's actually on the spectrum. When I say on the spectrum, he's not on the spectrum. He's right deep in it. But he was even good in this. But the acting was superb by everybody involved, especially Emma Stone and Jesse. But early on, I mean, spoilers, I did guess it. I'm sure everybody guessed it.
Well, you had a 50 chance, right?
Right, yes or no. But the whole point with that is, it was more like, wouldn't that be funny? And I'm talking to my wife, wouldn't that be funny if she actually was an alien? And they dove right in. Now, it got silly when she was in the mothership. It got a little bit
Yes.
special, but leading up to that was outstanding. The direction on this that they took, and I'm talking the director, not just like how the plot went, was phenomenal. The whole, like, oh, okay, you think I'm an alien. Let's go back to my office, and you have to get into the closet to teleport.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm loaded up with dynamite. Fuck. Okay, well, get in the closet, and I've got to push a button, and then blows up, and the head comes out and smacks her in the face and knocks her down. That was hilarious. It had so many, even the whole thing that he was a beekeeper. Honest to God, because that whole thing is I love bees and the whole beekeeping thing. I don't keep bees, but I love that whole thing. But there's a certain perception of those people being a little bit crazy, right? Having their own little cult thing going. It fit perfectly. He's a beekeeper. And it's like, okay, they kept adding these little nuances to him that made you think, all right, this dude's certifiable. But then he puts in something else. You're like, all right, he's maybe not certifiable. But then when she finds his layer of torture, then it was like, holy fuck. Wait a minute, this dude's certifiable. He's been killing and torturing people to do this stuff, to find out who's whatever. And it's like, it took it to horror.
Yes.
Right then and there.
That was one of the big questions I had. Is I'm like, where's the horror?
Oh, that was.
And then when they would do the torture, I'm like, okay, but that's still.
This was more sci-fi.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I get it. I see where they're kind of going with this. I'm like, okay, and then my first thought was, okay, she's probably an alien, but then I'm like, but they're gonna probably leave it open for you to guess.
Sure,
wonder,
right.
I thought maybe he was gonna blow himself up. She was gonna, she was gonna go off and then be like, okay, well, yeah, I don't know why he did this and all this stuff, and then they'd leave it as like, maybe her eyes would blink at the end of a goofy way or something goofy. But no, I agree. It started off slow, and I was waiting for it. The one thing that did annoy me was the cop. I've seen his comedy stand-up before, so I knew he was probably going to be some comic relief.
Right.
But he just got annoying. And I'm sure that's what his character was supposed to be.
Because he's supposed to be like small-time cop.
Right.
Like, he's a cop of this town, would never make it as a cop like anywhere else in a big town.
But he had that nuance to him that even though he was like the bumbling, overweight, can't chase you in a race kind of thing, he still was onto something, and he still wouldn't let it go. Right. That's something suspicious
because I think
for a friend.
I think he wanted to. No, he was more than friends. I got the vibe that he molested him when he was younger.
Well, I got the idea that he bullied him. I didn't get the molestation. What makes you say that? Because he did apologize for it.
Yeah, but it seemed like to me I'm trying to remember the exact line.
Do tell what.
But there was a point where I'm just like, did he molest molest him
Really?
because I don't. Did you get anybody? Nobody else got that?
I didn't get
I
molested.
didn't get
I
that.
definitely got like
Beat 'em up
bullied
or
or was
Yeah.
he
Like when we
picked
did-
picked
what
on
I
him a
did to
lot.
you, like that's where I'm just like I was because the first thing I thought I'm like bullying, but then as he kept bringing it up, it was like I thought he was trying to make sure like the guy wasn't going to tell on him, and that's why
It's too
I
far
started.
past to,
I know,
to
but that's
worry
where
about
I
that.
well nowadays I think there's no statute I think.
No.
Well,
But
okay,
like, but that's where I was kind of like, is that why
he's a
he's
cop
checking
and
in
these
on
guys
him?
are
Like,
not.
is he trying to like make sure like, hey, you gonna tell on me? Like, it just seemed
Wow.
weird to me.
I
So-
did not get that.
You didn't get that.
There
vibe,
might
okay.
be some skeletons in Mr. Lynch's closet. that I don't
Maybe
know about.
maybe.
It was that time.
But
Tom's hurt.
but it's so funny. I what I will 100% agree with what you said is the masterful direction and writing
Yep.
of this movie
Mhm.
was well masterful, but it was like
Not to mince words.
because it did just go back and forth with she seemed totally normal and just a very very smart because like I like the fact that she wasn't overly concerned with the fact that she'd been kidnapped. Um,
I think she was incredibly overconcerned because she went into the whole mode of, I lead a company, I can manipulate this guy to do what I
well,
want.
but that's what I mean. So in other words, it's like she knew that she was so much smarter than he was, and therefore she can manipulate him into at least making a mistake somewhere along the line. And so yes, the whole beginning of the movie I think ran about 20-30 minutes too long.
Yes. I'm not going to disagree with that.
And, but it's like that did at least kind of build you to that point where going into like the second act of the movie, you were under the belief that she was totally normal and he was the fucking crazy one. Like the chemical castrating his friend. I mean, it's like his friend, like
and himself,
sure,
too, really.
yeah, sure, let's do this.
Because he loves his
yes,
his cousin. They were cousins, right? Were they cousins?
Yeah.
it's
They
It's
can.
ancillary.
it's the South. Like
Could have been
Totally
brother,
acceptable.
like could be
related in some way.
some way, yeah. But as you get to there was this middle part which was like really to me more of the exposition on like him showing proof and stuff, and you still kind of felt that he was still fucking crazy and all this stuff kind of coming out. It was the last third of the movie that I thought was like where the real genius kind of came in, because you still had this thing where she had the thing that a lot of kidnap victims in these kind of situations go through, where it's like, sure, I'm just going to agree with what you say because that's probably at this point I can only think that's the only thing I haven't tried, and maybe that's what's going to get me out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like
Because it's the manipulation thing. She thinks she's got the upper hand because she's intelligent.
Right, and the whole thing about the closet.
Yes.
It's like
He's stupid enough to buy
he's gonna
that.
fucking believe that.
Of course, it turned out to be the
Yes.
actual teleporter.
I have an answer.
Well,
To which?
Yes, in the movie Bugonia, the town cop and former babysitter Casey confesses to sexually abusing Teddy as a child.
When did he
Okay.
confess
The
that?
admission, Casey references the abuse to Teddy in a way that suggests he is trying to atone for the acts in the notes. Casey
How
asks
is that
local
confirmed?
authority who contacts the abuse is part of the film's exploration of systemic corruption contributing to Teddy's deep distrust of
I get
authority.
that, but why? I don't get the sexual part of it, though. Really? Where's this from?
This is from Gemini.
Oh,
it's on the internet. Must be true.
it must be true. If you see it more than twice, it's real. Wow.
But anyway, so it's again, I thought it was great at the very end. I mean, I'll be honest and say, I truly went back and forth many times as to whether there was points when she hadn't quite accepted or admitted that yes she is, where I'm like, oh, she's being so straight on this that I could totally see that she is
Right.
an alien and he's true. But then she then played that part of the well, sure, gosh darn it, you've caught me. Better get you up to, to the ship thing.
Let me throw this at you, both of you guys. I got to bring Logan back in because he's on his phone.
I'm
so
totally just trying to find this. Anyway.
What do you think of the part where after she finds his torture dungeon and comes back and says, how many of them were, I forgot even the name of their alien race, but how many of them were Bugonians or whatever?
Alpha Centuries or whatever.
Yeah. So how many of them were this? Do you think she gave away her position then, or was she just trying to, yeah, or did you think that was part of her mystique, like just trying to play the part of how many of them were aliens?
So I think by that point, I think she was just trying to find out truly how long this man had been doing it. Like I think she was giving, but now because she already knew, oh, I'm not making up his mind, so I'm going to get as much information out of him as possible, right? Like,
Yeah, but at that point, because she'd already kind of turned into the whole thing of like, hey, you're right, I'm an alien, let's get you to the planet.
Yep.
To her getting ferociously angry, ferocious, about the torture that she found because she was horrified by this. And ultimately, that's what leads her to believe that it's time to kill the human race, is because now she sees that this dude's crazy and killing her
people.
Right.
Did she give it up then? Or did she still play the part?
I don't think so. And again, maybe I'm just being naive, but I still looked at that as she's going, shit, this guy's fucking crazy. I need to get out of here.
Oh, well, you're naive then. No, I'm kidding.
You know, and therefore, how can I, like, you know, again, she's smart. If I'm stuck in the basement, yes, I had this random cop guy that showed up that, like, you know, I could have called, but like we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like the chance of someone else showing up is pretty slim. So my best bet is to try and get out of this house. And if I can get them to my company, then there's more opportunities for me to get out. So like I thought
So you think that's still part of her scam to get out?
100%.
Even if she was genuinely upset at what she found, and at that point, she laid all the cards on the table, like, how many of them were my people?
Mm-hmm.
How many of them did you kill? And how many of them were regular humans? And she was mad.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. So at that point, is Jesse Clinton already told?
That's after, that was just as he left the house to go inject his mother with what he thought was the cure.
Correct.
Oh, that's
which
right.
was the scam that she did on him to get him to leave. And that's when she took the opportunity to look through the house and found stuff. But then he came back. He was pissed off. She was pissed off.
But he already told her what he wanted, like that he wanted to go to the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they talked about that while like they were eating.
Right.
Or something like dinner or something.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But when they were having, and she's trying to play the part of, you have a lovely home. And
I still don't, because I still don't think that, quite frankly, her at her level within the alien race would even care about the other people that he killed.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I think she got pissed because they were
those aliens.
I think that upset her that he was this idiot was able to killing him. My people. Like, how did this idiot kill my people? Like, basically, and that's why she's like, how many of them? Like, she needed to know.
And getting information from them, obviously, because he knew about cutting off the hair, and covering them with the antibiotic or what was it?
Antihistamine.
Antihistamine. Covering them with antihistamine. It's like when you do those kind of things, you're thinking, wow, this dude is certifiable. And then it turns out, oh, well, we couldn't communicate with you because you didn't have your hair.
I was concerned when he was torturing her and he cranked the levels up super high.
Yep.
Because then I was like, okay, he's either trying to kill her or and then when he didn't get freaked out too much, you could see he was kind of shocked, but he was also kind of like he knew then that like that confirmed to him, and when he says it obviously is like it's because she's a queen or whatever,
right?
Right. That's when I go, okay,
sorry,
I think he's on to something, right?
Yeah.
Like that's when I started going, holy shit, I'm kind of leaning towards him. I was rooting for Emma Stone at one point, and then all of a sudden I was kind of like, when that happened, I'm like, how was she able to outlast that? Like he was saying. But now in my mind I was also thinking, well, maybe he's just saying that so because the other guy was freaking out.
Right.
What was his name? Don. No.
Don was the cousin.
Yeah. Don was the one, like, he was, oh, you're going to kill her, and then, like, I thought he was, like, trying to just calm him down, but he seemed pretty calm, but also, like, oh, shit, I know what I just found out.
But so, I think that was the point that also I, therefore, like, maybe the brother, cousin, whatever, hadn't seen the torture happening previously.
This was his first time.
I think, how could he not have? He needed help for all this
Maybe
stuff.
that's why he chemically castrated him, because he was getting a boner during the previous tortures.
Wow.
Maybe.
Never know.
And he did it himself because he was as well.
Yeah. that's
Send
what
all
he's-
hate mail to
I'm just throwing it out there.
IEM Logan Lynch. Don't ask me why he goes by IEM Logan Lynch, but whatever.
I'm.
IEM. Anyway, okay. So then, what do you think then about? And this to me was a little bit of a kicker that I didn't understand why they needed to go to this point, but then after they were going through it, I understood more why they were doing this. But after she pops the bubble, wipes out the human race, that they showed all the dead humans across the planet in every walk of life. Do you think they needed to do that?
I felt like that was along the same lines as her looking through all her dead compatriots. So it was kind of like another like, hey, you killed our people. Now here's a picture of us killing your people. That's kind of how I took it.
And also, I think
The only one who can look at that picture is her, because humans ain't going to look at that.
right, because
There's no justification there. 'Cause they're all
but I mean, I think that was just more of a the filmmaker basically just saying, look,
it did happen.
it did happen.
Right.
This isn't
because it did seem hokey, right? Okay, so what do you think of the way they framed the aliens?
I thought that was a little bit silly. Like the ship, I thought was stupid.
I got like the Cell vibes, the one with
really
Jennifer
Lopez.
Yeah.
Really?
Like Tarsum Singh. It's like that type of
I
feeling.
hated that.
Yeah,
I hated it. I liked the Cell. We should do a review on that. Then.
Hated it. I already gave my review. I'll give you a rating on it right now.
Wow.
Nah, I think it was more than a 1.
Yeah. Okay. 1.2. But still, what did you think of them? Because I mean, she climbs out of the ooze, and then they're all wearing these knitted fur wool coats, something shit. What did you think of all that?
Yeah, that was like someone's on acid when they were thinking that up. So, and I obviously haven't seen the it was based on a South Korean film.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were going to say it was based on a true story.
No.
And I was going to say,
This day and age. Never know.
But so it's based on a South Korean film. So I don't know whether some of that came from that.
Maybe.
But
we didn't see that one. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought that was really hokey. And
is it Bugonia? Sorry.
No.
Mr. Lynch, what did you think of that?
Of just the ship and
the aliens, the ship, the dress, the code, the talk, everything.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm assuming maybe those suits weren't just knitting. Maybe that's some sort of way to keep them cooler or warmer, depending upon.
Of course.
That was kind of the vibe I got. The one question I was kind of wondering was, okay, did he accidentally set off the bomb being in that room, or by her hitting that button, the pressure is what set it off?
I think they leave that open for specifically for a reason.
So that was the one where I was kind of like, I hope, because then, because at that time it happens, you're thinking, oh no, but then when I looked at it, I'm like, why didn't that room just get disintegrated?
I think it was, well, first of all, because it was a teleportation thing.
Right,
so
right.
it probably was reinforced.
So it was
or was it some sort of protection that they have built in that this isn't the right person to be going up, and so they just,
I think it was more of an act. He set it off accidentally because she was surprised.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
She did get knocked in the head by his severed head, his explode, which
I laughed pretty hard.
Well, but
knocked her out practically.
But again, if there was nothing else of him,
It did knock her out.
why would his head be?
Well,
they had to throw something in there to have fun.
and it was around his waist,
Yeah.
so
Could have had his pecker fly off.
And I'm going to do the whole fly thing. So if she goes into the closet and there's coats and everything in there, when she gets teleported up,
are those coats going?
could be like, no, maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why the aliens have all the knitted things around them. Or the other thing I was thinking is like, as they needed the hair to communicate,
Right.
maybe the knitted thing is actually their hair.
Because it's so long. There you go.
Because they had hair over that, but they could make those suits out of hair.
Out of hair.
Oh, that could be.
That could be that.
That could be. Good on you, Mr. Price. That's good.
Now you think if they walk around going, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
You ruined it. We thought you were bright. We thought you were smart right up until that. Now
the rug right
I'm
out
like,
from under
fuck you, Mr. Price.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this. It's nominated for it's got nominated 4 times for the Grammy or for the Oscars.
Yes.
Okay.
And obviously the best one, or the biggest one, I should say, Emma Stone, Best Actress.
Okay.
What do we think about that?
I can definitely see that. So this,
And Best Picture, by the way, it did get nominated for
Really?
Best Picture.
so this is a very Oscar-y type movie. Like,
Really? You think? I would totally disagree with that.
really?
I think it's the opposite of an Oscar movie because it's so fucking weird.
But did you see Poor Things?
Okay.
The last one that she won
Okay.
an Oscar for, which is also the same director.
Okay. Oh, good point to bring up. Good point to bring up. But
So-
it's Emma Stone for one thing, and she's phenomenal. She's not afraid. She was the hottest thing ever when she was. What was that?
Easy E.
What was that? What was the
Easy.
movie that she was in with the?
Zombieland.
No,
the
no. Well,
dance one.
Zombieland too, but
The
the other
dance.
one where she was in high school and they were getting their. God
Not
damn it!
Easy, eh?
No. They were all going to the senior party, and she
Oh,
was
La La
having
Land.
the party. No, she was having the party, and
Oh,
Jonah Hill was going to the
You're
party.
talking about
and
Superbad.
Superbad.
Yeah.
Oh.
When she was in Superbad, it was like, good God, she's the hottest thing ever.
Oh,
Now,
like Easy E. Sorry, Easy A.
Easy
right?
A too. Easy
Like,
E.
yeah,
I think that was the rap singer that did the music for that.
Yes.
One. But she was hot in that one too.
Like she was.
But the
in
point is-
Zombieland is like, oh my god. It's like,
The point I'm trying to make though, right? The point I'm trying to make though is that she was that incidentally. She did those roles because she had that look, but she is not afraid to look hideous.
No.
Yeah.
Like she shaved
And
her
she did in
head.
this
made her-
one.
made
She
her look
actually
alien.
shaved her head off in
Yeah.
this. Head off. Shaved her head in this.
Clean off.
And even in
So
the.
just from when they blew his body up, that was actually him blowing up. That was actually his head.
He's
He
a
is-
method
He
actor.
is such a method
He's
actor.
a method actor. What do you expect? But so I dare I do this now? Do you think she's going to win? First of all, do you think this has a shot at Best Picture?
No.
No.
And do you think she has a shot at
Yes.
as Best Actress?
Yes.
I could totally
Yeah,
see
yeah.
her as best
Yeah,
actress.
because she played all spectrums, pun intended, of acting. She had the power, she had the powerful person, she had the not so powerful person, then back to the powerful person, back to even just an alien. But like
Yes.
I feel like she covered all the bases. So
She's not afraid to be freaky
Right.
in these roles. And I love that about her because she owns it. I can't say enough about her. I think she does have a shot at Best Actress. I don't think this picture has a shot at Best Picture, mainly because it's going up against Sinners, and we all know that Sinners is going to win
Sinners will
Best
not win
Picture.
Best Picture.
so that's not going to be
So
saying.
this is her fourth film with Yorgos.
Really?
Yorgos.
Yes.
Well, he knows he's got a prize catch there.
Do you know what the other? We've already said one of them.
Right, we did say
Four
one of them.
things.
Right,
Do you know what
Four
the other
things.
two are?
I do not. If you say super bad, I'm going to
No.
have to call you a liar.
No. The Favorite,
Didn't see it.
which I didn't like very much, and Kinds of Kindness, which was also another very arty kind of movie that I didn't like that much. I other than her being naked in it, I didn't really like Poor Things either.
No, Poor Things was hard to watch because it was slow
Yeah.
and dark. Well, black and white. So it was like,
Weird
black and
color.
white. But yeah, so it was like very difficult to watch.
And so to be honest, that's why when I was watching the first 20, 30 minutes of this movie, I'm like, it's gonna be another one of those movies.
Yeah.
I watched it because I watch all the Oscar movies.
Yeah.
And again, I was pleasantly surprised towards the end. A couple of interesting things, or one interesting, maybe two interesting things. So the film was shot because the color was really vivid. I liked the way this was filmed.
Sure.
But the color, it was filmed in 35mm VistaVision,
Okay.
which is not very well used because it's expensive.
It's
to,
old, too. It's
yeah.
very old.
Widescreen format rarely used today, giving it a lush retro visual texture. I think the thing that doesn't kind of play into that though is the scenery. The scenery is very rural.
Yes, that's the problem. It was very rural, but I thought maybe that's what it was trying to lead into.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a retro look, but a very rural, rundown.
Yeah, like muted tones.
Muted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I already said that it's based on a 2003 Korean film called Save the Green Planet.
Didn't know that.
And the director of that is I'm going to butcher this, Yang Yun Hwan. who was actually supposed to direct this movie.
Oh, what
Um,
happened there?
but he dropped out because of health reasons, and he recommended Yargos.
So this was
fill this.
before they pulled out all the actors and actresses, because Yorgos obviously
I don't
has
know.
a thing for Emma Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it was probably like he got the movie and then he got the cast.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess on that.
Okay. Usually you go director first, but not always.
Though.
In fact,
And
I
then
didn't know
the
usually,
title
right.
Bugonia comes from a folk ritual in ancient Mediterranean texts, including Virgil's Gorgits. I don't even never heard of it. But it's basically involving the spontaneous generation of bees from the carcass of an ox, a metaphor fitting for the film's theme.
So, and I do want to throw in that I made the analogy of the bees showing that he's sort of a cult status,
Not
but
the
really
bees.
there was an analogy between the bees and the human race and
Yeah.
what she's doing, keeping
Totally.
bees and all that. I didn't explain into that. I should have gone deeper into that, but
Let me
it
ask you
wasn't
another
just the cult status.
other question though. So often when you have these kind of stories where it's like there's an alien race taking over and how they're able to, not sort of taking over, but
I
like,
was going to say, they didn't really take over. They were there to.
But-
Why were they there?
well, and this
Okay, sorry,
this is really
didn't mean
some
to
of my questions. A lot that if she's like a high-powered head of a big pharmaceutical company, her pictures on like magazine covers and all this kind of stuff. What was their end game?
That's it.
But
I believe
why
it was
were they there?
experimentation.
Yeah.
It was
Was
just
it?
experimentation. They were. I feel like they probably have other ships that are for other planets that have other things on them, and then their goal was to see what they could do to humans to find out like what affects them.
You
in
mean
some
we
way.
could have had the chicken nugget ship
Yes.
and we would have been fine?
Yes.
Then,
So-
sure.
So that was the vibe I got was it's all just for experimentation, and that's why she's like, you know what, this is not worth it anymore. So
It was pretty,
there.
I will say, a little confusing on how they ended the planet. That she's got this, first of all, love the analogy with the flat earth thing too.
I
saw that,
They're
yeah.
going into that.
I got
Because I thought, oh, they're going into, because you see
I thought she was
the
gonna
earth,
pick it up and throw it like a frisbee or
and
something.
every now and then they show it and it tilts more and more, and you see that it's a flat earth
Yeah.
with the dome thing. And then when she's up in the ship, it's a flat earth that she just pops the bubble to. I thought that was genius, hilarious, and for a reason, right? Because they were kind of showing the whole,
Well, the conspiracy,
right, the conspiracy
all
theories.
those people that you thought are like whacked out and
Yeah.
Right.
They played into it.
right. Where-
But they made it silly. They were making a mockery of that kind of stuff too. This whole thing with even the ship and the shape of the ship that made no sense. But you know, it's aliens. What it's aliens.
to me, I think like that was probably the. I'll go as far as say that was probably the worst part of the movie.
Was the ship?
Was when they're on the ship, because I think it kind of made a little bit too light of
Okay.
what at that point had suddenly become like a fairly serious movie that yes she is an alien and she is going up to the ship and ultimately you see that she's I'm going to destroy the earth like it's that's a very like Mel Brooks kind of ship and
I'm with you. Right. It makes no sense.
Right.
It's just there for aesthetics.
Right.
Kind of thing. I get it, and I do agree that the whole thing was silly when it was up there. But I think that was sort of the point. The whole flat Earth, the whole silly outfits, the whole communication with hair, all these things were just stupid. But hey, guess what? It was real.
I hear what you're saying. Yes, again, it's like there are so many outlandish conspiracy
Very
theories
outlandish.
that seem like, well, that seems stupid. Like why would they have a ship
Right.
shaped like that?
Right.
And yes, to show the point, the fact that
It's stupid.
this does happen.
Hey, it's real.
It is real.
right. And then that's the whole joke.
Bitch.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know, joke, but you know.
So I wonder how many of those conspiracy people are like going around with copies of Bugonia going,
Right.
see?
Well,
It's
I
valid. A
believe-
movie said it was
well,
real.
Yeah,
It's real.
No, I think what they do is they call it.
Bam.
What do they call it? They have a name for that. It's basically
Psychotic.
No. It's like they put what they say is
Confirmation bias.
they put that stuff out there in movies and things to get people's reaction, how they really feel about that stuff. Because if people got up in arms about the movie and stuff
I
like that,
totally agree.
then governments and everybody else would be like, oh shit, we can't.
Yeah,
sell
we can't-
it. We can't say aliens.
Can't
are
tell the
real."
truth. Yeah.
Right.
They have
They'll
a-
almost use that as they put it in Bugonia because the government didn't want them to. And this
Right.
was the only way they could release the information. I get you. But that's
Yes.
why they did it, because it was silly.
Okay, we're at 40.
All right, all
Okay.
right, all right. Any other last words on this, Mr. Price? You got a lot of information on this movie. Any trivia you want to throw at us?
So apparently, I didn't look further into this. The marketing campaign included a fake in-universe website called Human Resistance HQ, which basically a lot of the pages and stuff that he had that he was
they're on
showing
that site?
are on that site.
Okay, that's genius. I will say this. I knew nothing about this movie going into it. I saw Bugonia. I thought that's a stupid name, and I'm like, but it's got Emma Stone in it.
Well, no, the worst thing in reality was I saw the text of the movie title, and I couldn't work out what the fuck it said.
Oh, sure, because it's all weird looking. Sure, the letters, the fonts.
And when it came up on Plex, I was like, oh, it's Bugonia.
Right. But even that, because the name means nothing to the, without knowing or looking
Right.
it up, means nothing to the storyline.
I just thought it was the flower.
Right, but no.
That's a Bugonia.
That's a Bugonia?
Bugonia.
Really?
Not a bagoon.
I always say Bugonia. Begonia.
Because you're British. It's okay.
Is it like one of those silent B's?
Yeah, like
itch. Like
like
pneumonia.
itch, yeah.
And knigget. Okay.
All right,
I think
let's
we're
wrap
done
it.
with this one.
Let's wrap it.
This was definitely for the dollar. I would definitely get this.
$40 on the nose.
I'd have this in my bar.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And it's weird too.
Yeah.
Just like the movie.
Very much so. Okay, unimpressed outro. Anyone else? I know.
See,
know.
because I don't know what a Pugonia is.
Patagonia.
That's a place.
I get it.
And,
Mr.
I
Lynch is
corrected
up
myself.
on his
or a
flowers,
stop.
apparently.
Stop, not stop. A shop. It's like a
I don't
stop.
know.
You could stop.
Shoppy?
You could
Is it
stop.
shoppy?
I hate when stores called shoppy.
Because it sounds old
Oh my
English.
God, it's
That's
so
because it's supposed to
vitamin,
give it a lure.
Vitamin shoppy.
I know,
Like, really?
vitamin
It's like-
shopping. Yeah, right. Not the kind of place.
Okay, we're done.
Mead shopping, maybe.
See you next week with, I don't know what movie we're doing next week.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Just show up.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on social media.
Oh, shit.
What did you do?
What happened?
Went down the wrong pipe.
Okay, let's just continue. Ignore him.
Everyone for joining us
Like-
on another. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like,
I would. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on social media. Right here.
Want to do like 5 million takes?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Be sure to follow us on social media.
Good about this one.
What's the matter with that? What's the matter
I
with
said
that one?
feeling good about this one.
What's wrong with that one?
Nothing was
Nothing.
wrong with it.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing for it.
I'm pointing to.
Pointing does nothing. This is a social
but
media.
you see it on
it's all-
different lines. And
yes,
so I'm like,
but do you
I'm
know where
pointing-
the lines actually
By
are?
the way, no one can see you because there's a big logo right here.
That's
I
the
know, they can
point.
hear me, though.
No,
We
they
did that on
can't.
purpose.
I'm Logan Lynch,
We're
over
gonna,
here.
we're gonna
Nobody listens.
cut that out.
Who the fuck is Logan Lynch? Who names
Best.
himself
That sounds like a made-up name to
Doesn't
me.
it though? Amen.